Hello everyone, welcome to yet another Patreon vlog. This one might seem like it's a little bit late, but I swear it's semi-planned. I meant to do this on Sunday after the first week of NA Ladder Heroes was done, but unfortunately my voice, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I'm getting sick, and I have no idea why. It's like my every single day I wake up with my throat just feeling worse and worse. I hope I'm not coming down with something. I want to be able to cast the Gamescom qualifier with tempo. On Wednesday, if possible, and I also want to cast ESL later, so here's the hoping. But anyways, quick updates on a few things. So first of all, let's get started with NA Ladder Heroes. So NA Ladder Heroes, I mentioned, came to a close for the first week this week. It was on this Sunday, the ladder locked, and we ended up seeing that these are the players that ended up placing in NA Ladder Heroes for week number 1. So all of these guys have earned points. This is kind of the standings. So you have over here, you can see State placing number 1 for week 1 is going to be earning himself a little bit of cash as well as the most number of points. Got Jon Snow, Panda Bear Me, Ender, Guitar Cheese, Drunken Boy, Pig, Jason, EJK, Jim Rising, Ruff, Nero, No Regret, Game Time, Bio Ice, and Creature being the last person to score any points. So first and second place get a cash payout for placing first and second for the first week. And of course, everyone else, including those first two, will get points that go toward qualifying for the monthly final. Now, in terms of, let's go ahead and uncheck that and check this. This is the number of points that everyone is getting. So you can see over here that State, as I use my mouse, oh my god, this is going to appear over here. And State receiving the most number of points. And actually, I'm gonna be super cool and do this. Oh yeah, popping up in front. State receiving the most number of points, and this is kind of the way that I have things distributed for the point system. Is I want to reward having even like one placement higher, especially when it comes to like first place. Getting first place, I want there to be an incentive beyond just like, oh, okay, I mean, I guess I get one more point more. I want to get 2 extra points, plus the cash incentive and everything else. And just like about every 4-ish points, or every certain number of points, like the jump between 4th and 5th, I want there to be like some sort of reward for top 4 placement, top 8 placement. After that, it's pretty much just a slow decline down to 1 point around for placing top 16. But yeah, that's kind of how the point system is going. And of course, again, there will be, because this is sort of a unique month, there's only going to be 3 weeks of NA Ladder Heroes for this month. And that does mean that the payouts are going to be a little bit higher. So if you scroll up a little bit, you can see this is all in the Team Liquid thread. For this month, the first week, players are going to be earning $48 for first place on the NA Ladder Heroes. I mean, that's actually a pretty decent chunk of change, like $50 for a week of laddering. Jon Snow going to be earning $16 for second place, and that's going to be the same thing for the following 2 more weeks are going to be happening. You can see all the dates and everything. This is all in the Team Liquid thread. If you ever want to see when something is ending or whatever, go check the Team Liquid thread. It may be on ladderheroes.na in the future, just because it's a little bit. I am hoping to make this more automated, and I by the way, I have heard complaints about the text being difficult to read on that website. I'm talking to the website designer, Troy Pavlik, and he's hopefully going to make some magic happen. But yeah, hopefully it should all be over there and automatically updated with all the point system values and everything. It's not going to have to be me manually updating it, just because that takes more time, and also it's annoying for me. If I can have it automated, that's definitely preferable. And of course, the monthly finals, going to be seeing $215 for first place, $107 for second place, and $35 for third place. For those who are unfamiliar with why these values are higher than the thread initially said, that's because we are receiving $153 from Patreon. So thank you very much, Patreon subscribers. That's part of the reason why I'm doing these vlogs anyways. But yeah, that's kind of like the state of NA Ladder Heroes. The other things that we usually talk about is what I'm doing, and I sort of gave hints at that already, where it was going to be the I'm going to try and do the IEM Gamescom NA qualifier stage number 2 with Tempo StarCraft tomorrow, which is going to be a Wednesday, July 15th at it starts at 2 p.m., but the thing is, I have work, and I'm going to see if I can get off a little bit early or something by just coming in earlier. Uh, if I can, then I'll probably be starting with tempo maybe fairly a little bit late on, like an hour, like 2 or so hours in, maybe around like 4 o'clock Pacific. Um, but besides that, ESL NA Open, plan to do that this Sunday. I am going to have, hopefully, all of the map intros that Nice Username has been working on finished up by Sunday. I'm also going to be working on a couple of other small little things, like winner's music. I tried this out during one of the previous ESL NA Opens with a Gemini casting. And I want to try and get like this full production setup going where I have map intros, I have not in-game music. Hopefully I won't be playing the music in-game, but playing the out-of-game music, the winner's music, all this other crazy stuff. I want it to be like this kind of quasi-awesome production and see how that goes. So look forward to that this Sunday if you want to tune in for the ESL NA Open. But besides that, that is pretty much it. I don't actually have too much to talk about in terms of the special topic of this week. So I kind of just thought, I might as well just kind of go over some of the things that I'm sort of hopeful for with a Legacy of the Void. So what I wanted to talk about was NA Ladder Heroes in reference to Legacy of the Void. Because originally, the original plan was when Legacy of the Void got its ladder system, I was going to transition NA Ladder Heroes to Legacy of the Void. But this came out before. This came out actually, like the GM system and everything for Legacy of the Void has come out within 1 week of NA Ladder Heroes, which is really, really quickly. And there's a lot of logistical problems that arise with trying to switch over to Legacy of the Void for NA Ladder Heroes. First one, we don't allow barcodes, and as far as I'm aware, there's no name change system for Legacy of the Void right now. That's a problem. That's problem number one. Problem number two, I have to get everyone to re-register their accounts for Legacy of the Void, because everyone's registered their accounts on Heart of the Swarm, everyone's signed up for Heart of the Swarm. I now have to get all the new Battle.net accounts for Legacy of the Void. Now, still some of the other application process, like their name, their PayPal account, etc. Best way to contact them. That's all going to be the same. But still, I need to have everyone effectively re-register with a new account. So that's the first two things. Number three was going to be the fact that it's sort of a weird situation because I know that like even some North American players have had a lot of lag issues on the Legacy of the Void beta servers, in addition to it being very, very difficult for Europeans and Koreans to play. That makes it extra difficult, especially since it's hard to get the word out about NA Ladder Heroes to a lot of like the really, really top players, like the Koreans or the Europeans. It's definitely gotten the word out for the North Americans because that's who it's sort of targeted at, but even the Europeans, it's been a little bit hard to get the word out just because that's not where my contacts are. My contacts are all the North American players because I've done so much North American stuff. So it'll be a little bit weird if we have a lot of North Americans registered and maybe a couple of Europeans registered and then like no Koreans registered, and then we have like Koreans dominating or the ladder, or like top Europeans dominating the ladder or something like that, with like maybe a couple of North Americans. So it'll, like right now, I think that the last placing player, like the 16th player who was earning points, was only placing around like 32 or 30 something. So we have about half of the people who are playing on the NA ladder at the top level registered, unbarcoded and everything, which I think is awesome, but that might change if we go to Legacy of the Void servers, where everyone is actually playing there. There's no Korean Legacy of the Void server. It's no European Legacy of the Void server. It's just one server, could have a ton of barcodes and everything, and it could end up being like 16th person is like, I don't know, 60th or 70th on the ladder. They'll feel really weird. It's not exactly a problem. It just feels weird. But those are some of the things going through my mind right now. If you guys have any thoughts on whether or not you would like to see Legacy of the Void, NA Ladder Heroes, I guess it would just be called Ladder Heroes, let me know. But besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to give a huge shout out to all the people who support me on Patreon. I kind of gave a mention of this, that they are making things like NA Ladder Heroes more possible and get a little bit more cash. We have OFU, we got Carrie Murray, we got Patrick Quiss, we got Galeno Prone, we got Zelasam, KJ Freedom, Bodena Rain, Kale Christensen, and Scott Clandon. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon and helping support all the projects that I do in StarCraft. You guys are freaking awesome. And also, one other thing for ESL, Mr. Torrential did sign up for Patreon for $100 a month because he's an absolute freaking StarCraft badass. But that does mean that he enabled himself to get some show matches going. Originally, the show match was going to be between Pili Pili and Rotterdam. Rotterdam has had an insane schedule, and I think, like, even now, he's going to be traveling to China tomorrow, so I can't get him for any show matches. Pili Pili's been super duper awesome for scheduling, so I'm just going to try and find Pili Pili an opponent. I tried to message to Mr. Torrential to try and find, you know, any other, like, secondary preferences over Rotterdam versus Pili Pili. So I'm just going to find Pili Pili some opponent. I'm going to schedule it and get this show match going because it's already overdue by like 14 days at least. And then we also are going to try and find another show match to do for the month of July. So look forward to that. That should be coming up relatively soon. If you guys are going to Hell It's a Boot Time, let me know and talk with me at the event because I'm definitely going. I've already booked my plane ticket. Book my well, haven't booked my hotel yet, but I'm getting ready to book my hotel when the venue gets announced, and then I've already booked my vacation days for work, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'll see you guys next week, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. For the record, these vlogs will probably be coming out now, either on Sunday or Mondays now. Tuesday, it's a little bit late, I know, this week. It's because, again, sickness and stuff, but should be coming out Sunday or Monday just because I want to be able to do a wrap-up, like a weekly wrap-up of this is who won NA Ladder Heroes this week. Because right now, that's one of the big problems with NA Ladder Heroes is it doesn't have a lot of visibility up until the monthly into who's winning or anything. There's no big publication of like the games or anything else. I might start asking the players to like submit one replay that was really, really awesome from that week, and I'll upload it on YouTube and post it on Reddit or something like that. But that's just some additional thoughts going into NA Ladder Heroes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Keep StarCrafting, guys.